So now, I'm just going to hand straight over to our resident reporter, Jeff Waters.
Good afternoon, everybody. I'm your last speaker for the day. Some of you may be relieved to know. And when I came in today, I saw that there was a massive television set over the stage, and I thought that is a TV that I have to be on. So here I am. I've been asked to do a little report on your conference today, so let's take a look at it.
I think it's good to know more about the NDIS and where it's going and what a difference it has made so far and the future of the scheme.
I guess at this time of great change, advocacy is important to make sure that the aims and objectives of the NDIS are upheld, and that was covered in the keynote speaker today.
And what have you got to learn here today?
I guess to just hear about what is actually happening on the ground.
Yeah. And are you getting much out of it?
So far, yeah. I think it's excellent to see where we can head with the NDIS. Yeah.
I came here to try and network a bit, learn more about advocacy, and I've already learnt from Alistair McEwen that we really need to keep in mind the human rights frameworks and use that to advocate, strengthen our advocacy.
Well, I think it's very good to get hear what different people are doing in the sector and hear what how everything's all coming together at this time of development for the NDIS. And,
because I'm a parent and carer of a child with a disability, so we feel we need to empower ourselves in order we can navigate this system.
And ladies, sorry, do you think that people will learn to empower themselves?
Yes, I think we've learned to empower ourselves. However, it's still very difficult to navigate this system. And in particular for our children who are probably, or our young people who are the more complex, it's still a very, very difficult system to navigate.
Certainly the NDIS is, in Victoria anyway, that I can speak for, is that there's a real heightened awareness about its obviously rollout. There's confusion about who and what and how, and I think that needs to be explored, and that's why days like this and our advocates are so important.
It's important that actually so many people with disabilities getting together and finding out what's going on within the disability sector, particularly with advocacy, the NDIS, where it's at the moment.
There's brilliant people here today to talk about advocacy issues and changing the world, and we want to be inspired and go out and man the pickets.
Well, that's it. I hope you've enjoyed it. Now I've been on your big television screen, I think I will come now live onto the stage and give you the rest of my speech. Hello, everybody. As Noel Coward once said, television's not for watching, it's for being on. I've been a journalist for 30 years, so I'm used to coming to conferences like this and hearing people's stories and picking out the best one and trying to turn that into television for the evening and inform people. I've been overwhelmed here today by the number of stories that there are, and I can't believe that the public hasn't heard about some of these stories. I don't think that the greater, wider Australian public has any idea of the travails that you people are going through insofar as the NDIS is concerned. I think the country has a broad view that this is a fantastic thing that was set up, but they don't know about the practicalities of it. Now, of course, in a traditional sense, trying to get disability issues onto the television or into the newspapers is almost impossible. We all know that. We all suspect the reasons, although it's probably never been measured. So, what possibly can you do? Well, you are living in the most exciting age of advocacy, and I'm not talking about individual advocacy here, but I have, since I left the ABC a few years ago, been working solely in civil society and solely studying and using and employing the new technology that's available. You don't need newspapers anymore. You don't need Channel 9 or Channel 7 or Channel 10. You don't need any of them. You can circumvent them. Now, the Federal Disabilities Minister, he's in a seat called Pierce. Of course, I've got a total mental blank now of his name. So, Christian Porter, thank you very much. Western Australian, and I'm a Queenslander too. Terrible, isn't it? Western Australian, a seat that wraps around Perth. Very safe, Liberal seat. However, he did have a 6% swing against him at the last election. Now, just as an example, I do this for a living. Okay, I push politicians in directions and I try to help public opinion in directions. How would Mr. Porter feel if anybody who was annoyed with the NDIS, and you put this message out, took a video selfie of themselves, and then you plonked it on Facebook and Twitter and every other method of social media, but you can target it only at his seat? And you can tell him, we're only targeting it at your seat. We're spending hundreds of dollars. Every single person who opens a mobile device or a computer in your electorate, and only your electorate, will see you being complained against. These are the things that you can do now. So don't walk away here today depressed, please. Our society cannot live and cannot exist with people like you being depressed, okay? We need you. So, don't be depressed. Go out there and kick them. It is time. You can do it. And it's extraordinarily inexpensive to do. So, it's time to be seen. It's time to be politically active. You haven't been seen by the public. I did some interviews today that you would never see on television, but you can put them on the web, and they are more authentic than any politician that you will ever see go on the screen. And it is authenticity that sells concepts now, that sells ideas. It's the subject du jour. Sujet du jour, I should be speaking in French. It really is something that you should be exploiting, and I'm very, very excited for you to think that this might be happening and to think of the normalisation of disability in what will become the mainstream media. But it's up to you to do it. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Jeff. I'll make sure that your wonderful video takes part of post on our website is shared and shared again, and I'm sure you all will do the same.